No matter how trifling the matter at hand, do it with a feeling that it demands the best that is in you. That's a quote by William Osler. We're going to talk a little bit about that today. We're also going to talk a little bit about Norman Lear. Appreciate you joining me with Coffee with Alain. I have my dog dad cup this morning that I'm drinking out of, thinking about my dog Rocky. He's been such a great little guy the last number of years, and just a lot of fun and enjoyment to the household, and make sure that I get out and get some exercise when we take him up in the mountains. Just a great little guy. So I'm definitely a dog dad. Norman Lear, 101 years old. And what a legacy he left behind. If you're a television fan of the 70s, you couldn't watch a show that he probably wasn't involved in. Greats like the Jeffersons and All in the Family, and just an incredible force in that world. And he helped so many actors and actresses get started and helped careers, and just did an awful lot in that industry over his lifespan. So what a legacy. But I also like to think, at 101 years old, look at the things that happened in his life and the changes. I mean, when he was born in 1922, that's before World War II. That's before Korean War and the Vietnam War. So he lived through all of those wars. Look at, he went from the television, which, became his career and his trademark, but, throughout the years, into color and into high definition, into everything that we have today, the streaming, the live performances of All in the Family and Jeffersons that they did a couple years ago, that he was involved in doing those live shows. It's just incredible what he lived through when you think about that, the amount of change that has happened. And you think about somebody that was born today, how much change will happen in the next 100 years, because change just continues to go faster and faster and faster. And it's just pretty remarkable. And I also like that, he was active right up, in those elderly years. He didn't stop when he turned 80. He didn't stop when he turned 90. He didn't stop when he turned 100. He was always working towards things. And I think that's a key to living a long and successful life, is never stopping, always having something else to work for. And Dixon says, happy Hanukkah. Yes, today is the beginning of Hanukkah for those celebrating. So happy beginning of Hanukkah. It starts this evening. And so, yes, glad you reminded me of that, Dixon. Appreciate it. So I just wanted to acknowledge Norman Lear's remarkable long life and how he was productive up until the end. And that's what we all want to be. An exceptional life is one that we can continue to be doing things right up to the very end. And I think when we're doing things, we have to remember the quote by William Osler that I started the show with. No matter how trifling the matter at hand, do it with a feeling that it demands the best that is in you. If you're going to do something, do it well. Give it your all. Do your best. Or don't do it. Do something that will warrant giving your best, giving it your all. We have a limited amount of time here. So we need to focus on the activities that will enrich ourselves and others, and that we will be motivated to do our very best on. Because if we're not, we should be doing something else that does motivate us and that does help us and others. That's a big thing about time management, managing what we do with the time that we're allotted. We're all allotted the same amount of time, and we can't do everything. It's a finite amount that we're given. So let's pick the best things that we can help ourselves and others, or help others and ourselves, or just help others, and then you'll be helped yourself regardless. But let's do those activities that we will do our best at, no matter how trifling the matter at hand. Do it with a feeling that it demands the best that is in you. Those are just some great words by William Osler that I wanted to share today. I hope you have a terrific Thursday. Go sign up for that newsletter if you haven't yet. EnjoyLifeSafely.com. Share, comment, help get this Coffee with Alain podcast around to more people. Share the newsletter. Help it get out to more people. We'll see you tomorrow. Make it a terrific Thursday.